Our heroes are about to go on an adventure so sneaky, so mysterious, so secretive, that every single skill in their arsenal will be tested. Especially the skill of shutting the fuck up. It's heist time on Mercenaries in Retrograde.
Anyways, podcast.
Podcast. Hey, you guys. I have to tell you all something. Are you excited to record a podcast?
I love podcasts.
I love a good podcast.
I also love a good podcast.
I love to listen to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts and I make podcasts.
I also make podcasts.
I do art for podcasts.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Welcome to podcast. My name is podcast.
For the listeners at home, Mac is just rubbing his face in anguish.
I love you, Mac.
See, here's
You
the
know
thing.
what I love
I can't tell if this bit was planned or you guys are just all so autistic that you were like, "Let's go with this bit. This is the winner."
Yeah,
It
we
was the
upped that
second.
autistic Mac.
It was the second.
There was no planning here. I just said, you know what would be a funny cold open? Podcast.
I hate it here. I'm kidding. I fucking love it here.
Yes.
I
That's
love
gonna
this.
be my
I
goof
pers-
the entire time.
I love
Anyway.
this sentence. I
Anyway.
can't tell if this was planned or if you're all that autistic. Personally.
I love this cold open.
I'm trying to take a sip of my cherry Pepsi, and I'm
your
laughing too
cherry
hard to do it. My cherry Pepsi.
This can't be the
I got
whole
my Coca-Cola.
episode. We can't keep doing this.
Can't it?
I got my Coca-Cola.
Hyped.
So, before the heist happens, Algernon, are you going to give your friend the feather, or are you gonna wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna go give him the feather. I'm gonna, he helped me with my performance. I go give him the feather.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where are you contacting your friend? Are you waiting till like Dream, or are you going?
I'm gonna
mirror.
go. I'm gonna go to my room, where I most certainly have a mirror, so I can keep up my hot as hell appearance. He feels himself. And then I'm gonna. He's feeling himself. Not sexually.
No way.
Fellas,
The fact that
you
you-
feel yourself.
Fellas, it's okay to feel yourself because you're basically feeling another man. Is what I'm saying. You're feeling a man. So like,
Yeah, you feel
Oh my god.
Ellie's gonna have to cut so much out of this opening.
I don't think so.
No, it's all
Anyway,
staying.
go on.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna take my resin and run it along my bow. Again,
as
I
you
literally
look in the
nothing I
mirror-
say cannot be sexual at this point.
It wouldn't be if you just let it go. It wouldn't be if you didn't make it. You're
I
making it.
watched all of
a
your
sexy
faces.
thing.
It could have been a
Just-
normal statement.
My face didn't do anything, so I'm
Mac and
absolved of
Caitlin's
all
did.
guilt here. I mean, I thought it, but I wasn't gonna make a face.
made a face.
I don't control my face.
Anyway,
Artistic,
yeah. You look into the mirror and you do your ritual, and the lights in the room kind of flicker, and then behind you you see your friend, and you just see him put a hand out. He doesn't start conversation if you don't want to start conversation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take this feather quill out of my pocket. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna take it out of my pocket and place it in his hand.
Yeah, he takes it and he pockets it. Are you gonna say anything to him or no?
Not unless he does.
No, he doesn't say anything. He just gives you a little pat on your head, and then he fades from the mirror.
Yeah, Algernon smiles. He's done a good thing today.
Yeah,
He
and
definitely won't have any more consequences.
because you did a good thing, all of your performance checks from now until I say otherwise have a +2.
Oh shit!
Because you did a good thing.
I did such a good thing!
Yeah. All right. That is settled. All right. So, it's been a few weeks since you guys, maybe like a week or two, since you had your little shopping excursion. You've had touch base with each other through your little group chat with Alec, where he kind of like throws some updates to let you guys know, start getting prepared. And through Simmons, because well, you've all been invited to the meetings at this point since you met Tamara. So you have all been like up to date with everything. Koda was able to get into the library, was able to start working there, is very familiar with the area. And so at this current meeting, this is the night before the planned heist. And everyone's kind of around the table. And Tamara is kind of running over some options for you guys. So there are a few options for you guys as far as starting the heist. There is the she like kind of like lays it all out for you guys, and she's like, the first option, obviously, is Simmons. You can use the key yourself to try and just get into the back room, but because you've been obviously practicing with it. But from
I've
what
been
you've
practicing day and night, boss.
but from what you told me, you need to be kind of familiar with the place before you go. So it might be easier if Koda does it, but either or works. And if that doesn't work, if there's some sort of fuck up with that, we can try and get, as a plan B, we can try and get you guys to sneak in through distractions. But obviously the ideal is to use the key so we have as little trace as possible.
Yes, well,
Gnarling, stroking the chin.
I was taking a look at some of the things that I could try to do to help.
Mhm.
And I was wondering if it might be helpful to use some sort of spell that would make us, or if perhaps I could go with Simmons to make us more difficult to detect. As well as I wasn't sure, do we know what exactly are we getting from here, and do we know where it is?
Yeah, so we don't really know what's on the inside of the area because it's kind of like kept lock and key. But we do know that it is probably going to be in some classified files. If it's really important, it's likely under the city. So if like there's an option to go up or down, you should probably go down. And honestly, anything that you think is of value is worth taking. To be honest, if we can get in, get out, undetected.
Right.
I think being undetected, anything you can do, Celeste, would be amazing. We can take all the help.
Yes, I
also. What are you gonna say? Oh,
no,
you're good.
you talk. No, you
Okay.
talk. Yes, you talk, please.
Okay. Because we don't know what's on the inside. If you want, we can send more people with you. I think you three can kind of have it covered on your own. Obviously, if Koda opens the door, you'll have him with you as well. I'm sure Ben wouldn't mind coming if you want more, but he's not very stealthy, so it's up to you guys.
I think we should be able to handle it on our own. And I
We
I
did
look
take
at
down Big
Algernon
Ham.
and this is true. So I if I can just ask a question to the players here, I'm looking at what spells to prepare for tomorrow. I think I'm going to prepare Pass Without Trace and
That's
Locate
100%.
Object.
Also wise.
I think those are things that we will definitely need. Do you guys think I can do like Charm Person
Ooh.
or calm emotions. I'm not totally sure. I don't have most of my spells right now are 2nd level ones, and I only have 3 2nd level spell slots. But I'm also like, what about find traps? Do I need find traps? I'm like, we don't think we're getting into traps, do we?
I hope we're not getting into
I
traps.
think we might be getting into traps.
Oh, well,
Yo.
maybe we are getting into traps. Maybe you should get some.
Okay, I can also, I can cast Silence as a ritual if we need it, but I think Pass Without Trace will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pass Without Trace is almost always better.
That's what I thought. Cool. Then I think I know what I'm preparing for tomorrow, and we'll go with that. I also have another cantrip I still need to pick out, but I haven't done that yet. So maybe I should do that now.
Okay.
It might be helpful.
Mayhaps.
Yeah, we could always search for traps too.
That's true. Okay. Well, I will keep find traps prepared in case we think we need it, but I'm not going to use it if we don't have to.
So like if like something looks very suspicious but we don't find anything.
Yeah. Then we can cast find traps and see how that works.
How long does find traps last?
It doesn't last. It is just right now and then that's it. And so
Okay,
that's why
yeah,
I'm
then I don't
hesitant
think
to
that-
like
Yeah.
super bring it along. I'm gonna have it just in case.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if it was like detect magic or something that was like 10 minutes, then it'd
Yeah,
be worth it.
it'd be worth it. But I only have 3 2nd level spell slots at this point.
Yeah.
So I gotta conserve those bad boys, especially if we think we might end up. Ideally, we won't get into combat at all. We'll get in, get out, undetected. But we're fuck ups sometimes.
I don't think we're going to. Look at Mac's face. Look at his evil grin.
Yeah, I hate his evil grin. It's so adorable and it makes me want to vomit. Anyway.
Listen, I love him so goddamn much as my lover. I fear.
So yes, Celeste is like going through all of her little spells and figuring out what she's going to prepare the next day at the table as we're all talking.
And then just for my clarification, did you say you were going to take Ben or no?
I don't think we're gonna take Ben just
Yeah, I don't
Just
think-
abandon him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's we don't want to bring too much more into this than we
Yeah,
need
we
to,
love
otherwise
Ben. He'll be better somewhere else.
yeah.
Right. And then for that, are you guys going to just try and get in by yourselves, or are you going to get Koda to try and use the key?
I think
feel
we're
like
going
it'd
to try
probably
and
be
get
better. To get Koda.
Yeah, I think
Oh, okay.
Koda.
I trust Simmons' opinion on the key. So
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
Simon will probably get us somewhere that's not great. Seeing as he got
Alright.
caught stealing porn from a bookshop.
So, is there anything else that you guys want to discuss for plans? Do you have any questions, anything like that? Like that's for what right now is for, and if not, we could just get into it.
I'm still unsure of what it is we're taking. Have we been told?
Everything. Anything and everything.
Yeah. So
We're just like, it's in some files. What is it?
yeah. So what you're taking is information that hypothetically, what you are taking is information that the gang is after because they believe that something that the government is doing is affecting the citizens. So that's what you guys are after. But Tamara basically gave you the okay to take whatever you want as well. But they're mostly just after that one thing. Bless you.
Great. Thank you. I did sneeze. Okay, cool. That's gonna make using locate object a little tricky, but I'm gonna fuck around with it. I'm gonna see what my DM what
find out.
bullshit my DM lets me pull.
Well, I let Simmons exist.
Anything and everything.
So.
Amazing, incredible. We're doing great.
Yeah. So that's basically what you're after. And anything along the way you can take if you so choose. Any other
Great.
I
questions?
want to tell all my friends and also Tamara that I love them inside their brains.
What the fuck?
I try to think back. I love you too, tall person. And I don't know if it goes through or not, but
I don't think it does. I think I'm only allowed to speak into your brain. I don't talk back to me.
Algernon
amazing.
did just yell "what the fuck" out loud. and like jumped like a fucking cat.
It's a cool new trick I can do. I say again in your brain.
Everyone's
I don't
brains
like
are
this.
just kids.
If you look at Simmons, he's just staring at you.
I fucking hate this. I'm walking away. I am walking away, and I'm going to find something to block my mind from this.
Goodbye.
Algernon just flips you off.
I blow a kiss at him.
He catches it, and then breaks it in two.
Hey, short person, Algernon's being mean to me.
Algernon,
What?
don't be mean to Simmons.
But Simmons is doing something really fucking weird in my head, and I don't like it.
She just shrugs. she makes the shrug, like, typed out shrug emoji with her body.
And then Algernon gives a heart to Celeste,
I give a heart back.
and then once again flips off Simmons.
I flip him back off with both hands.
Are you children
I think
done?
that went well.
Are you children done? We're in the middle of a meeting.
Oh yeah, boss, we done.
Yeah, we're done.
I don't think this is really my fault. I was
It's
just kind of an
not.
intermediate.
It's not your fault.
Intermediary. That's
I
the word I
know.
was looking for.
You know, these boys get you into so much trouble.
I love the 2 adult men that I hang out with.
I'm just a special guy.
Yeah.
They're very special guys.
There's something, all right.
I'm just nodding at Tamara like, they're very special guys.
She's like just nodding back in agreement. You guys got a bond. You have to deal with all these men.
I'm writing Bond on my character sheet. I'm adding to Tamara to my bonds on my character
Good.
sheets.
Wonderful. Yeah, so any other questions that aren't sending messages to your friends' heads? Nope.
No.
We're all good? Cool. So it's the next morning. You guys all meet up with Koda in the warehouse. Are you dressed any fancy way for this heist? Or are you just wearing your normal clothes?
No, I'm just fancy.
I would like to, I don't think Celeste normally wears black, but I do think she has like a fun little black heist dress. It's like just as cutesy as all of her other clothes, and like she's changed out her white beret for a black beret, or like a purple one or something. Yeah, I'm gonna make it purple. Yeah, so she's got like a little heist outfit, and she has brought everyone little sandwich baggies full of trail mix, except the trail mix is mostly like chocolate chips and white chocolate chips and M&Ms, and there's some peanuts and sunflower seeds and like no raisins. So there's some like nuts in there as well, but it's mostly just candy. But she wants everyone to be ready for the heist. So we all have little Ziploc baggies full of trail mix.
Are the spokes of your wheels also black?
Oh, they're purple to match the beret.
Ooh,
Of course.
Mhm. Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Algernon is much like Celeste has changed out into an all black, like almost bodysuit. Hair up in a ponytail, instead of over the shoulder. You know, very, very fancy, very criminal chic. He is definitely wearing a bunch of like black rings as well, and even like a black necklace. He still does have the titty window though, because you can't sacrifice a good titty window for a heist.
Of course.
No.
Simmons is just dressed like Kim Possible. Midriff and everything.
Yeah.
Amazing!
Oh my god.
You broke Mac.
I did it.
I was not expecting that. Oh my god.
I don't know what you were expecting.
Not that.
We definitely all can do like a fun little like da-na-na-na-na, and it's like we're all in like a fucking like heist pose.
And you like you do that as like you walk into the building and Koda is just like fuck. He
He
also is
kicked the
in
door
some
in.
heist clothes. He's got his hair tied back in a little bun. And he's wearing all black, and he has like a back harness that has like 2 guns strapped to it.
Nice!
I
All right. Which
Simmons
one
got
are
a
you?
slingshot tucked into the waistband of his pants.
Did you set your sending stone to go doo 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 doo?
Yes!
It's a sitch.
I thought you were gonna say that I set it to vibrate. I don't know why. So we don't have an interruption during the heist? I'm gonna shut the
No.
fuck up. What?
This side of the podcast needs to stop making things horny for no reason.
nobody did. I didn't do anything. I've never done anything wrong in my entire life
Was
ever.
That's why I said this
know
side of
this.
the podcast, the boys.
Oh, I'm not. I'm on. I'm in the middle for.
Yeah,
For
large
me.
in the middle for me.
You are right above me.
And I need to start making things horny.
No.
Yeah!
Just to clarify, my hot was from me, not from Celeste. Just in case you were wondering, my comment about Koda. That's just me personally. Me, Lark, the podcaster.
Everyone thinks Koda's hot.
Yeah, it's just like an objective fact.
It's an objective fact, and he has his boyfriend's feathers tucked into his bun, and that's just cute.
Adorable.
Or fiance, are they married? They're something. They're partners.
I think they're married, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're married. I keep forgetting
So cute.
the status. Anyway, he like just kind of like looks you up and down, like gives you like a little wave. It's like, so who has the key?
Oh yeah, I do. I pull it out of one of my pockets. Hand it to him.
All right. Well, everyone ready?
Yes, Doritos.
All right. If this doesn't work, then we're kind of fucked. And then he takes the key and puts it in the door, and I'm going to roll to see if this works.
I sure hope it does.
It'd be real unfortunate if it didn't.
It just by 1% worked. By 1% it worked.
Yikes!
What was the statistics on that one, babe?
It had to be 40 or above, so I rolled a 41 on a D100.
Oh, yikes on bikes.
But it worked.
I could
Right? Yeah. It doesn't matter how well we do it. Just that we do it.
Yeah. You are in the warehouse. He used the front entrance of the warehouse to open the door. So he put the key in, turned it, opened the door, and you guys see, as you open the door, there looks to be like an expansive room that's like kind of like a large room that narrows down into a more of like a hallway type looking area is in front of you. And as you step inside, you see that there are just bookshelves upon bookshelves of like both important items and also like some books and like some like rare or like items that they would probably keep in the back so that people wouldn't steal them from the shelves. And you also notice along like the hallway where like the bookshelves are, every like once in a while there seems to be this like mechanical cat that like walks out from the like area where the bookshelf is, does a quick little scan, and then goes back down the hallway, almost like a sentinel.
That's adorable. First of all, before we walked through, I did want to cast Pass Without Trace on all of us. Is Koda coming with us or just opening the door?
If you want him to, he will.
I think we should probably go with less people to be less.
All right. I will
Okay,
say
so I'm casting
he's
Pass
also-
Without Trace.
He's also very stealthy, so it's up to you.
Oh.
Does he know what we're looking for?
He and Simmons are the most knowledgeable about this. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we should probably take him with then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cast Pass Without Trace on all 4 of us.
Okay.
You guys just have to stay within 30 feet of me, and then you guys will have a plus 10 to dexterity stealth checks. And you can't be tracked by magical means. This means we also leave behind no tracks or other traces of our passage.
Awesome.
Right. So right off the bat, we're gonna get a stealth check from everyone.
Okay, yeah.
Oh!
That's a 29.
26.
32.
Ooh.
Good
Wow.
job. Koda got a 33. Not to brag or anything.
We are so
Hot.
stealthy.
You are also stealthy.
Yeah,
It's
it
because
helps
of our
that
stealthing clothes.
You did. It's the
Mhm.
black clothes. It helped. You guys are able to just kind of blend in to the area. You do see like where the cats are kind of like roaming. You make sure to stay out of eyesight of all of them, for the most part. If you want to make a just like investigation check, to like see if there's any
Gladly.
like cool items or like things you want to snag off the shelf, it's up to you.
Oh, mackerel, that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay.
that's a 12. I don't think I get much.
A 12.
Mine's also a 12, but Celeste isn't much for stealing, so
Alright.
I don't know that she would take anything anyway.
Okay, Algernon has sticky fingers.
Simmons. You see it. You see a handful of items, along like this bookshelf that you guys are walking by. What you see, Simmons, is you see there is what looks to be like a little like pocket watch, that's kind of like lower on the shelf, and that's what Celeste and Algernon also are able to see. And then you also see a box of tarot cards and a what looks to be a violin or viola bow
Or a fiddle bow?
or a fiddle bow.
Yeah, I take all 3.
Oh, you take them all?
Yeah, I
I'm
took them all.
gonna need 3 sleight of hand checks.
I bet. Ooh, okay, the dice know. That's an 18, 21, and 15.
Damn.
All right.
Luck. Does pass without trace help for sleight of hand?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you didn't, it doesn't help with sleight of hand, but because you guys all rolled really well with the stealth to begin with, if you didn't roll that well, we might have had some issues with that low 15. But you rolled well, so you're able to take all of these things. You don't really know what they do yet. They don't really have labels or
figure it out later.
anything. But yeah, you can just put that in your bag.
Oh, it's in my bag, all right.
And and you can continue down this hallway. As you like walk towards the end of this hallway full of bookshelves upon bookshelves, you guys obviously are very easily able to maneuver around these cats that are patrolling. And you make your way into the end of the hallway, which looks like it's like a small room that looks like a cartographer's like dream. There are like so many maps and tools and like so many like little like instruments that seem to be laid across like this table and like a wall and stuff. And you do see like in the middle of the room is this hyper realistic map of the 2 continents that you guys inhabit. And it looks like the map itself is like moving. Like you do see like above the coast, you see like there's a storm coming in, and you see like the water is like there's like waves and stuff. And you do see that you can flip this table upside down if you desire.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
on the
want you-
side there's like a little crank, and you you take the crank and you flip it, and you see as like the whole like map shifts. And now you are on the underside, and you are within this undercity of Amethysteria. And you see that like along top of the table there seems to be like an inscription, but and on this side it looks like it's written. What languages do you all read?
Not a lot.
Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Common, Primordial, Draconic, and does Deep Speech have a written language? I don't think it does.
No.
No.
Common,
Yeah.
Elvish, and Undercommon.
You can see that this looks to be both you, Algernon, and you, Simmons, recognize it because it seems to be a mix of Undercommon and Primordial written. And if you flip it back over, you see that the inscription is in common and you can read it. And upon it, it says, placed within the devil's playhouse, we watch divine puppeteers carry the weight of the world upon their shoulders. As we watch from below, upon the stage, the hero is slain beneath the trees, and his body is carried across the tides, finding home beneath the sand. And you see like on the side of the thing where the crank is, it seems to be like there's a pen that you can take out and draw upon this map if you so desire.
I draw a penis on the peninsula.
You do that,
God, the
and
peninsula.
Peninsula is very important to me, okay?
It is. I forgot about it though.
I would you draw you draw this penis on the peninsula, and as you lift the pen, it's like a light pen, so like the map you're seeing in front of you is kind of like a light projection kind of the map. So when you draw on it, it's like light you're using. And as you draw that on it and you lift your thing from the page, you see along the edges of the map seem to light up red.
I don't think that was correct.
That's weird. That's suspicious. I want to see what happens if I draw like a little man where I know one of the statues of the men are.
Statues of the men? I'm sorry, bestie. Can you remind me what the fuck the statues of the men are?
There's a bunch.
Giant Warford statues.
There's a bunch of giant statues littered throughout the continent. I think that's what
Right.
Caitlin is
I remember
referring
those
to.
now.
Yes. Where it's important. Where are you drawing it?
I will do the one that's in the ocean.
All right. You draw a little man, in the ocean, and as you draw the little man, it lights up red again.
I'm gonna trace where the hell ley line is.
All right. Nothing happens.
Oh, that's weird. That's
It didn't-
suspicious.
It didn't light up red.
Which is theoretically good.
Do you guys want to make
Because
an insight check?
I know.
Yeah,
I would
love
love
to make an
to.
insight check.
I was like, I know devils. I love those guys. I've got like.
Natural 20?
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
14.
Which, okay, it's 19, but natural.
19.
All right.
No, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's an 18.
All right. Simmons, what you get is this is probably a puzzle that you need to decipher. When you were the one who's been drawing. When you've been drawing, you noticed that the way the light pen writes looks like the way like on like treasure maps. There's like the dotted lines. So maybe you're supposed to make a path. What did you get, Algernon?
14.
14. I don't know. The red's not good. Red's
not good.
Celeste, with your insight check, you get that, yes, you're probably supposed to be drawing a path. And you see, like, along the crank, that there looks to be 3 spots, and 2 of them are red right now. And it looks like if you fuck up again, there might be consequences.
Hey,
Oh, no.
Simmons, you know I love you.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't draw things until we figured out what exactly this puzzle here is, because if we fuck it up again, it's probably not going to be good.
Alright.
Does Does it look like this is a puzzle that we have to solve to like get through to the next room or something?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It looks
Okay,
like-
so we can't just walk away from it
No,
and be
'cause
like, oh, guess not.
yeah, because right now, the room itself, you don't see any doors. But with that high insight check, you can kind of infer that once you figure out what this is, you can move on to the next room, because it's just
Okay.
it's a doorless room with an opening into the area you guys just came from.
Okay. Oh.
This is me,
Oh,
Kim,
we're
talking to me,
stupid.
Matt. Should I write this down and will it be relevant later, or is it just for this puzzle?
You can write it down if you want. It might come up later.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, I want to feel
no.
like a crazy person and connect all the dots.
Why would you give this to us? We're stupid.
Oh, no, I'm brilliant. Hold on, give me a minute.
I will also say with
I'm
that,
stupid.
if you want to make an investigation
Not
check,
stupid.
Thank you.
you can see like with on the map where there might be a little bit of hints.
Yeah, another investigation check?
Mhm.
I would love to. Should I go back to this D20? This has been Doing good for me. Okay, well, that's a 12. So,
With the 12, I can give you that when Simmons drew the along the hell ley line and nothing like popped up, but it looks like it seems like he stopped around where Renaissance is.
oh, okay. So I have a few thoughts. Possibly we could need to continue to trace that ley line, or there could be other ley lines we have to trace, all leading to / away from Renaissance, or there's a third option that we haven't considered, and anything we do will end in our immediate capture, which I don't love that one, but...
Where is the map?
I can send it again.
Oh my god. So
I want to clip that audio bit.
Me too. Amazing. Oh yeah, I'm really stupid. I'm really
Oh no, I
about
totally
this.
got it. So I think we need to connect the lines between the little men that are on the ley lines of each of the planes.
That would make
Or
sense.
if not the little men, like the main locations, because like the Devil's Playhouse, the ley line that runs through Hell is through Renaissance, so that's first thought.
Yes.
And then Divine Puppeteers, Divine Celestia, that's little guy that's in Fleur Forest.
Ah.
What's next? Weight of the world upon their shoulders. I was watching below. I don't know what the fuck that means. Might be one of the low guys. Might be a little guy that's near an Underdark entrance. I don't fucking know. Upon the stage, the hero is slain beneath the trees. I'm thinking that's the Fave Wild little guy. And then Tides, ocean little guy. Beneath the sands, sandy little guy.
Yeah, you should do that. You should draw that on the map and see what happens to us.
I did not process a single word you just said, but go for it, bestie.
I go for it.
Okay. So where are you going?
Oh god, okay. I don't know where.
You can just say
I
the
don't know.
cities.
Huh?
You can just say like the cities it's by.
Not all of them are by cities.
Some of them are lesbian cities, and some of them are gay cities, and there are even a few straight cities.
No, there's not.
Not in my world. How
Oh,
dare
fair
you?
enough. Some of them are pan cities.
We got a bunch of ace cities.
Lots of ace cities.
This entire puzzle, I guess you could say, is just intense city. I was trying to find a word that ended in city.
Wow.
How? Okay. I guess the ones that we don't have figured out what it could be would be the ethereal plane, and the elemental planes, and the Shadowfell.
Do you want to make another investigation check?
I would love to.
Can I help with that?
Yeah,
can
you
I
can
like
help.
give the help action basically?
Yeah, so you have advantage.
Ooh, that's
Incredible.
fantastic.
No help.
That is a 17.
Yeah, so from that, you notice that you're slightly on the right track, but you do notice on this map particular, as you stare at it, you see that, like, the big cities are what's highlighted. The statues aren't on here, but the big cities seem to be marked.
Okay, so it is just cities and ley lines. Ignore the little guys.
So what's the order you're going in?
Oh.
See, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna miss one, because I don't know if all the ley lines are on here.
Let's go for it. And you know what? If we get super duper beat up, Koda's here. Hey, what does Koda think? What does Koda think about all this? Koda's not helping at all.
Let me see. He like kind of like he's been like watching the door while you guys have been doing this. So like if any guards come in or if any of the cats seem to walk by, just to keep your bases covered.
That's
And he'll
fair.
walk over and he'll like read the inscription. So where are you starting and where are you ending?
I'm thinking starting at Renaissance and then at the tip.
You mean Fairway?
Yeah.
That's what I think as well. I think that's a good choice. I think if we hit all the major cities,
Will be good. Yeah, alright.
it would be good.
So I'm thinking Renaissance, then Flea, then
Now, I don't know if this is right or not, but
yeah.
I think Fleur comes later
I think so.
because of Beneath the Trees. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is beneath the trees.
I've never been beneath trees.
Has just occurred to me that we have to do it in the order that it says on the thing. Ah, gotcha.
See, I knew that. Everything else I was completely confused about.
Amazing. Wonderful.
This is a Caitlin puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think me and Elliot can just kind of chill here. And Caitlin can do it.
Because Matt gave me insider information because Simmons is a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this would kind of be impossible if none of us knew about ley lines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So I
just
think-
looking at this map.
I think
I'm
if you just swap where you had Fleur and
And
Mythilion.
Mythalon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Renaissance, Mythalon, Fleur, Tip,
It's called Fairway.
Fairway. Yeah, that's what I draw. I can make those lines. I connect those dots.
Yeah, and you see as around the outside it lights up green. And as it lights up green, you didn't really notice this before, but it like seeps into, like the light seeps down the pedestal that this map is on, and it kind of like goes into the ground, and like you feel like the slight vibration of gears moving, and you see like light traveling forward, and on the wall in front of you, you see as it like starts to shift and move, and the tools that like looked like they were just decorations and like useful stuff for maps start to like slide across the wall as it kind of like pulls open, and in like a cog shaped section rolls out of the way, and you see before you, you can't really tell what you're looking at the moment. It just looks to be like an open area. There seems to be a lot of light flowing into this area, and there looks to be two like weird like pillars in the middle of it. You can't really see that much though as you stand in this.
Are we looking at another puzzle? Can I
Let's
roll an
find
insight
out
to see
when
if
I
we're
go
looking
in.
at another? Can I roll an insight check to see if this is another puzzle?
Do you go into the room is my question.
I do.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have to all go together, otherwise you won't pass without traits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we all move into the room
Yeah.
as one 30-foot
Cube.
blob.
Yeah, so as you guys move into the room, you notice, like, the first thing you notice is that you feel, like, direct sunlight upon your skin, and as you, like, start to look up, you see that in front of you is not just pillars, but the entire body of a woman, as you guys realize that you are standing in front of one of these statues. And you see as the figure has her you see as like she has one of her hands held up supporting the arms of the city, and her other hand is pressed up against the clock face of the giant clock tower.
Are we behind the clock?
You are inside and behind the clock.
Okay, first of all, cool. Second of all, hot.
The way the they, them, and an urge to change the time on the clock.
It is like 300 feet above you.
I know. But I just God.
Yeah, and you like see, like this. None of you have ever been this close to these statues, and I don't even know if like many of you care that much about it. But Simmon, you like are going crazy right now because you are like
This is
the
what
only
I've
thing between
dedicated my
you
entire life to.
and this statue is like a good 50 feet. You notice that like it looks like the outside looks completely opalescent. Like maybe this statue is made out of like some sort of like crystal. But you're not really sure. You can't really get that close to it because there is a railing and it doesn't go all the way up to the statue.
Celeste has just only kind of like read a little bit about these little statues, but they weren't super interesting of her. She just thinks
Mhm.
it's pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's very beautiful. And you see, like, as like you like kind of look up, you can't really see her face because of the angle that you guys are at, but you do see like she seems to have like a big, thick, like cord wire hair that like kind of like goes off into other sections within this like courtyard. And you notice that like as like you kind of like look at that and you like look around, you notice that like this entire courtyard looks to be what connects a lot of the archive together. And from what Tamara told you, if like you go downwards, you will probably find what you are looking for. And you also notice that this platform, like you just have to like hit a button, and it'll go up or down. It's like an elevator.
This is so hot and sexy, Mac.
This
Thank
is
you.
incredibly cool. I'm
Wait,
just
Mac,
really
can I
excited to be
connect
behind the
dots?
clock face.
Hey, Mac, can I connect dots? Mac, I want to
Yeah,
connect
what
dots.
dots? What dots would you like to connect?
Is this I, Simon, have done had a little bit of a fixation on religion as well as the statues and everything. Is this a is this Sylvia?
Yeah. From your research, you look at this thing and you stare at it and you're like, "Oh my god. This must be a statue to Sylvia." And then you take another moment and then you're like, "Oh my god. This is Sylvia. Oh my god. The statues might be warforged."